Hey guys, it's Major Foley here, and now we are going to be doing the level, the Well of Urd. Now, this was the level I did all my testing on, essentially, from screenshots to compression and trying to get it mostly accurate, unfortunately, which I didn't get until, like, Old Friends, which sucked, really. Or, sorry, watch that first step, but, I eventually got it down, properly. But yeah, so the Well of Urd it's not really a difficult level. It is one of the levels we do go to the fourth age. It makes it a lot easier because Gargarensis will eventually hit the fourth age too. Um, there is some wall building we have to do. There is a second town center we can capture, and this is one of a level we like to build forward bases as we advance because Gargarensis does train a lot of troops. If it does get a little too hectic, you can go destroy the barracks. I think I will be doing that in this mission, so at least, we're not watching our back every time. So yeah, pretty much we wall off the sections, we build up an economy, and then we start our advance. We got such a big army that it's easy enough to defend. They mostly send, I think in this level they counter what you build, so that's something you gotta watch out for. It's been a while since I actually done this, to be honest. Even with all the testing I did, I don't have everything committed to memory. This should also be the final week of recording for Fall of the Trident. I want to get it done, like I said, by the start of the first week of June. So hopefully by the end of this coming week, all these videos should be done, and we can get started with the New Atlantis. I might take a little bit of a break before I start the New Atlantis, like a couple of days off. Because those levels are a lot more harder, of course, than these. So I should say we will get started. I'm tired. Yeah, I'd use the black bars and the terrain and the Manra to see how it was working.
How long ago did the army of Gargarensis pass through here?
Not long, a few days perhaps. They went to the mountains to the north and started building walls and fortresses.
Then that is the entrance to the underworld. He has already reached the gate.
If he opens that gate, your Ragnarok will happen.
We must stop him.
Sorry about that. You heard that little click? That was me muting my mic to cough, so you didn't hear the cough. Alright, so bring your villagers down over here along with the ox cart. We're going to separate these 5 villages to go up there. And we're going to just train a bunch of villagers for now. And we're going to cast Great Hunt here. So get the husbandry upgrade and hunting dogs, and send your Huskarls up to the north. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for everything else, we're going to send Chiron over to the right. And we're going to get a couple more ox carts, because we're going to need them. And yeah, these guys should be fine, but you might encounter some throwing axemen here. So we're going to wall off these passages up here. Now, you might get a little unlucky and they might decide to break through the wall. You should easily be able to maneuver your troops in time before they destroy the wall completely. So, build the wall around here. If you go too far, there'll be a tower. So, alright, here's our first attack that we need to deal with. Have the raiding cav go for the throwing axemen and let the heroes deal with the Anhanya. Make sure to gate up so your guys don't get stuck. Now, we have to do the same up here. Now, with Chiron, there should be a relic here. Heroes do more damage to myth units. I can't remember if this is a static relic or not, so I'm pretty sure it's not. So it could be different to what you might get. Anyway, once you clean out the throwing axemen, come back down, build the wall here. Just out of range of the towers. Alright, so now with the ox cart's done, we're going to get 10 dwarves. And this is where we're going to send our villagers next to hunt. Anyway, we're going to bring out Huskarls over here now, and we're going to wall 2 more sections. Oh, there's Undermine, so that's something I did forget to mention. They can cast Undermine to break through. But now that they've cast Undermine, we can just rebuild that wall, and they shouldn't attack there again, really. So now, while we deal with that little attack, we're going to send the Huskarls to go wall. Where have that enemy go? Or did they actually decide to go back around? That's hilarious. They broke through the wall. Oh, there they are. There was actually at one point in time, they broke the wall and went all the way around for some reason. I never figured out why they did that. It only happened once. But anyway. I think they tend to go for like the furthest villages they can in a raid. But yeah, here comes another attack too. We should have more than enough, and if we don't, we easily have the town center as well as. Again, I don't know why they did that. They could have gone the other way. Misplay on my part. Yes, Ajax, we're dealing with it as we speak. So have the heroes pull the aggro. So then the raiding cavalry can do damage without hurting themselves. From the Ulfsarks. Now, Jarls are like heroes. Well, they're not heroes, but they're good against myth units, but they don't have the status of a hero like a Hosea, so they will be affected by special abilities. Keep that in mind. So yeah, we're going to get our gold mining up and running, and we're going to go rebuild that wall up here. Now, raiding cavalry you can pretty much ignore. Focus on getting your economy upgrades. We're going to keep one Huskarl down here to build an armory, so we can take up. Now, we're under Odin here, not Thor, so we don't get the Dwarven armory, and we don't have access to every upgrade like he does. Oh, forgot about that wolf there, but the dwarves handle it just fine. Another thing I did neglect to mention is you can turn any of your villages, including dwarves, into Ulfsarks if you need a quick army. Of course, this comes with the downside of you losing a villager, so be very thoughtful on when you use such an ability. Alright, with the walls done, and they're going back now. We won't have to worry about a front attack like that again, or sorry, a back attack, and we can just stay up here. Alright, with the armory done, we're also going to build a temple over here, a bit closer to home, or closer to their home, I should say. And we're also going to build a barracks. And the reason for that is we're going to be training mostly Throwing Axeman, Ulfsarks, and whatever myth units we can grab. So that would be mostly giants, like the Frost Giants. And we might train a couple of Hoseas, but considering we're going to be fighting a lot, I don't think we're going to need Hoseas to help generate the favor much, and whatever myth units we converse can be dealt with by ours. Although, it's not the worst thing to mix in a bunch. So, as Odin, we get access to his ravens. I'm going to butcher these names. It's Hugin and Munin, I think, is how you pronounce them. Here comes another attack. Just deal with them. And you can use them to scout for you, and every time they die, they'll come back. Sort of like that Pegasus relic in Odin's Tower. Alright, now our food over here is exhausted. We're going to use these wolves. Alright, and we're going to age up now. And then we're going to go with Skadi. Again, I just like Skadi over the other ones we can pick. We are going to train a few Hoseas, actually, just to supplement our force for a bit. And then we're going to get rid of this base pretty soon. Once we have that mass up. I'm going to get Shaft Mine, increase our gold gathering rate. Yeah. Might as well use these wolves while we're here. Now, the next level... Yeah, well, while we're in a bit of a lull, I should discuss the next level. So there are actually two strategies you can do that. You're actually in a race against time on that level, but the good news, it's like you're trying to stop Gargarensis from opening the gate. But unlike Revelations, where he breaks it open extremely quickly, you have all the time in the world to deal with it. So you can destroy the enemy base threatening yours before going for Gargarensis' ram. Because you're not actually trying to destroy the ram, you're trying to just kill the units guarding it. So now we're going to get the Frost Giant upgrade and trade Frost Giants. Going to cancel trading so we can get Heavy Infantry and Huntress's Axe. Going to train more villagers. And yeah, the other strategy is to ignore the base and don't train any economy, and with whatever forces you can train, attack the guards. It is a bit riskier to do it, and it doesn't really save you that much time in the long run, I guess, because you can attack the enemy base extremely early. But it is possible to do. So we're going to start using farms, because eventually these are going to run out. So we're going to just have some farmers here, and those gatherers over there can use these farms. So we're going to get winter harvest and irrigation. We're going to get heavy infantry as soon as we can. Alright, this should be enough to clean out this base, so let's take it. We can still build houses. Most of our population is coming from these tents. And a couple of houses that we have pre-built. So we're going to just keep training units. The Throwing Axeman take out... sorry, the Raiding Cavalry take out the Throwing Axeman. I haven't been using my control groups again, which is a little silly that I haven't been. So I better get back into that once this fight's done. They do have burning oil, so we're going to be mindful of that when we attack the inside section. Let's start using these farms. There's 9 farms here, or 8. So we'll send a few villagers up there, and then these ones will join them, because there's about 5 villagers here, right? No, 6. Oh, Battle Ball. Let's get rid of him. And there's another relic here, which improves the line of sight of all buildings. Now, since we're in the 3rd age, we can also build this town center for the extra pop. So we're going to do that. And we're going to get copper weapons, I'm going to get copper shields, because we are going to run into several fortresses and towers, and we should probably deal with them as soon as we can. The enemy will have battering rams, so you need to be wary about your buildings. We might get a few more dwarves too. Which is unfortunate, because Thor does have cheaper dwarves, whereas this one's cost 70 instead of 60. Little unfortunate, but something we have to deal with. Send a few back up there. Again, forest fire is not going to help us a lot here. Thanks to Valkyrie for healing our units. We're going to build a forward base here now. Alright, how many dwarves have I got? 12? No, 11. 12's there. 13. 14. 15. And the Lone Wanderer is good for your Ulfsarks. It increases their speed, if you want to grab that upgrade. We want to get Huntress's Axe when we can afford it, which means I'm going to cancel training on Giants, just for the moment. Now, I could stay the 3rd age, and just attack, but I think we're better off aging up just in case, because I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Mythic age pretty soon. I'm going to freeze that nice little ball. Alright. So what else? We're going to need to build a market, and we're going to build a market here so we can make use of this town center. So we are going to send... whatchamacallit. We'll send this Throwing Axeman over to go do that. This is the last deer. Oop, hero has fallen. Come on, guys, get in there. Alright, go up there. Cancel Throwing Axeman, get Huntress's Axe. We also get Levy Stronghold, so we train our units faster. And there is a tower here we can clean up now. We're probably going to just clean it up since we're already here fighting. Make sure our waypoints go up, so our forces are reinforcing. Getting fresh reinforcements as needed. Now we're just going to have a long wait to get the rest of those villagers up there. Alright, guys, please don't chase. Just kill the tower and the barracks. We're not even close to hitting our pop cap thanks to those tents. Alright, once the market is up, we'll advance to the next stage. Put the giants on 4. And then we can advance very soon. Just gotta wait for this market to come up. And I think we're gonna build a hill fort here, just to help push any big attack that might happen. As an optional training building as well. Alright, market should be nearly ready. Alright. Have the giants attack the tower. Watch your guys, because they can, just go on their own path like you just saw there. Concentrate on the battering ram so they don't destroy your buildings if you are building there. Oh my god, I nearly built that too. That is ridiculous. I should have cancelled it, but I would have wasted my resources anyway. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we're going to go with Boulder. We're not going to use Ragnarok. You can go Berserk again for your Ulfsarks, which is a pretty good upgrade. But I like to go for Fire Giants myself. Alright, we're going to get a couple more upgrades now that we can afford it. We'll clean up this army pretty easily. It's just I really wanted that fort to go up. We are going to make use of some ox carts as extra gold making. So just buy a couple. Clean this little attack up. Yep, he's in the Mythic age, just as we're about to advance. That was really unfortunate. Ah, don't let that one escape. Also build barracks, as like I said, as you get closer. Faster training rates are all well and good, but probably best to just keep building closer to closer so your reinforcements are as close as theirs. Because they have about 3 barracks, I think? It's been a while, but yeah, around 3 to 4 barracks there. So yeah, you really want to reinforce as close as you can. Now, there will be fire giants at the end that we'll have to kill, but our heroes should just take care of it just fine. Now, we also have Frost. If we come across the next giant army, which we will pretty soon, I'm just going to Frost it and go for the barracks. Yep, so I'm just going to Frost these. Break open that gate. Or giants, if they can actually get through. So as you can see, he's got heavies and he's got normal, so these are units placed for the scenario. Not the ones that are being trained. Come on guys, just break through one of the gates, it's not that hard. Now that we're in the Mythic age, we should consider going for champion infantry as well. Alright, now that we're through, just go for the barracks. Send the Ulfsarks in. We've got 17 seconds before they get a little bit... they get freed. Alright, so we're going to get the champion infantry upgrade. And destroying these barracks will help slow them down, which is going to be extremely important. So now that we got our reinforcements pretty much close by, we're going to train fire giants now. And this is just a safer way, just so you don't have to deal with waves of constant attacks. You can ignore them and keep going straight up, as long as your economy is in a shape to handle it. Again, I have been lacking on my upgrades a bit, but we don't really need as much wood, although that might change now since we're still training Throwing Axeman. But we are nearly at the pop cap without building more houses as it is, so... Alright. So once this area is clean, we can push up to the north, over here. I like to push on this side, but you can push on the other side if you wish. And if you really want, you can always cast Ragnarok too. I choose not to, personally, on this level. Fire Giant's a nice ranged siege, despite them having a hand attack. Alright, so deal with this little push, and then we're gonna go through here. There is a town center here you can take if you wish. Honestly, it is not worth the hassle. Yeah, we got to Mythic champion units before he even considered them, which is very nice for us. Alright, Throwing Axeman, just deal with these guys quickly. Yeah, they're training from the fortresses too, but we can ignore them. Certainly. Have your hero units attack the Hanya. Area, whatever you want to call them. Break down the gate with your fire giants. Although when a battering ram hits a giant and it's like them attacking a building. It's a nice sound. Now I can build more barracks here, but we don't really need to. We're pretty much at the point where they can't block our mass. Alright, the fire giants have spawned, so now you just need to clean them up and you win the scenario. So let your normal troops take care of that and have your heroes deal with the fire giants, along with your fire giants helping out. And that's it. You win the scenario.
A hero has fallen.
Nothing really much more to say. It's hard to feel dead silence when it's not really necessary. But yeah, 18 minutes, including cutscene time. Not a bad time. If you fall screaming to your death, we'll just stay here.
Do not let the appearance fool you. The well will take us to Niflheim.
You go first, Chiron. If you fall screaming to your death, we'll just stay here.
When you decide which of you will go first, I'll be waiting at the bottom.
And that is it. As we can see, our dwarf heroes have something with them this time. We'll see them again after the next scenario. But until then, I shall catch you guys for Beneath the Surface next time.